In the heart of the African savannas, where the lions roar louder than your morning alarm and sunsets look like they've been painted by a sassy artist, lives a tribe that blends ancient traditions with a dash of modern flair. Welcome to the world of the Maasai people, where bold red shukas aren't just a fashion statement. They're practically armor against predators and judgmental in laws alike. From leaping higher than most NBA players to drinking cow's blood like it's a protein shake, the Maasai are anything but ordinary. But hold onto your hats or your beaded headdresses, because today we're diving into their traditions, rituals, and a few practices that will leave your jaw on the floor. But before we get into all that, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to join our journey through the world's most magical places. That said, let's begin. First, let's talk about the warriors or Morans. These guys are the original tough guys. They don't just protect the community, they do it with style and grace. Picture this: a young Maasai boy goes through a rigorous initiation ceremony that involves, let's just say, a very sharp knife and an ungodly amount of courage. After that, they're promoted to Morans, living away from the village to learn how to fend off lions, rival tribes, and possibly their fear of commitment. Their training includes spear throwing, cattle herding, and perfecting the art of the legendary Maasai jump. Fun fact: their jumping dance isn't just for TikTok worthy videos, it's a display of strength and vigor. The higher you jump, the cooler you are. It's basically their version of a dating profile. Now, let's talk about the ladies. Masters of multitasking and beadwork that could rival any haute couture designer. These beads aren't just accessories, they're Maasai LinkedIn profiles. Colors and patterns symbolize everything from marital status to how many cows your dad was willing to part with for a dowry. Spoiler: if you're rocking red, it means bravery. Green: you're all about that fertile land. Speaking of dowries, Maasai marriages are a whole event. Negotiations involve cows, a lot of them. Picture your father in law assessing the herd and saying, she's worth at least 10 cows and a goat, minimum. And here's where things get spicy or eyebrow raising, depending on your cultural lens. The Maasai have a unique practice called wife sharing. Before you clutch your pearls, let me explain. This isn't Tinder gone rogue. It's more about cementing bonds of trust between families and close friends. Picture it like this: hey, thanks for helping me herd the cattle last week. Here's my wife for the weekend. It's all consensual, respectful, and very much a part of their worldview. And who could forget the elders, the real MVPs? These folks are like walking encyclopedias, only more entertaining. They are the keepers of oral history, laws, and the juiciest gossip from centuries ago. Elders resolve disputes, bless the young warriors, and occasionally remind everyone how much better things were back in their day. Classic grandparent energy. Of course, not all traditions have aged gracefully. FGM is a practice that has thankfully been declining due to education and advocacy efforts. This shift shows the Maasai's ability to adapt without losing their core identity, a balancing act as graceful as their dances. Next, let's talk about Corinne Hoffman, who swapped Swiss chocolate for Maasai cattle and never looked back. Her love story with a Samburu man, close cousins to the Maasai, is proof that life, like the savannah, is full of unexpected twists. Now let's address the shuka, or as I like to call it, the original runway statement. This red blanket isn't just for aesthetics, it's the Maasai's version of a superhero cape. The color red is said to symbolize strength, courage, and apparently it even scares off predators. Imagine a lion saying, "Nope, not today," just because you're rocking bold colors. And then there's the hair game. Maasai warriors or Morans sport long, thin braids dyed red with ochre. It's like their way of saying, yes, I'm a warrior, and yes, my hair slays. Meanwhile, the women go for shaved heads, clean, sleek, and totally boss. Talk about a community that understands the power of a statement look. Ear piercing? Check. Earlobe stretching? Double check. This isn't your average piercing spree at the mall. This is art with a purpose. These adornments signify beauty, maturity, and probably double as built-in wind chimes during a storm. So, there you have it, the Maasai. A tribe of lion hunters, beatmasters, and cultural icons living in harmony with their environment and history. If you're ever in Kenya or Tanzania, drop by their village. Just don't forget to brush up on your jumping skills. They might judge.